Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be an updated eyeshadow tutorial, guys. I haven't done this, it's 2020. You guys need an updated eyeshadow tutorial, so I'm going to be going into details on how to create a classic glam, so a soft glam look. I only use 3 colors for this look. It's pretty easy. What I came up with is every day of this week I'm going to be doing an eyeshadow tutorial. So it's kind of going to be a segment on how to create certain looks. So I want to dedicate this to all of my beginners. I know I have a lot of you guys did follow me because of my previous eyeshadow tutorial, so why not make a updated version? And you guys are quarantined, so what are you guys doing? You guys aren't doing anything, so this is literally like the perfect time to learn how to do eyeshadow so that when you're ready to go back into the world, y'all are experts. For those of you who are beginners, those of you who know any beginners, those of you who know people who want to learn how to do eyeshadow, please recommend this video to them. But yeah, I know you guys love when I get right into it, so don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell so that you're notified each time I upload, give this video a big thumbs up, and let's just get right into this tutorial. Alright guys, so I brought you guys just a little bit more closer just so you guys could really see what I'm doing. So the first thing you want to do is prime your eyelids. You have a few options on how you could prime your eyelids. I personally like to prime my eyelids with concealer. You could also use a specific eye primer. There's many eye primers out there that help eyeshadow to stick. It's all depending on what you like. Me personally, I like to conceal my eyelids because as a woman of color, I have pigmentation around my eyes, and I feel personally if I go in with a eye primer, it's not really covering or concealing that darkness, and the pigments of the color will not show up as if I were to prime and conceal my eyes with concealer. So that's honestly a personal preference. So I like to just create a clear canvas on my face. So as you guys could see, I kind of already did my face, so my eyes are semi-primed. I am going to just prime it just to show you guys what I do. So I am gonna go in with my NYX Born to Glow concealer. And I like to take a concealer that's 2 to 3 shades lighter than my actual complexion. I put way too much on my eyes, just so that I kind of have a blank canvas and it does conceal my dark eyes. And I like to go in with my sponge to blend it out. Don't mind my sponge, this is what I just used to do the rest of my face. But you want to make sure that your sponge is damp as well so that it does blend out the concealer perfectly. And as you guys could see, like, I literally created a clean canvas for when I do apply my eyeshadows, and that's just me personally. I like to prime my eyelids. Alright, so now that everything is blended out, I'm gonna go ahead and set my concealer in place. Some people like to just go straight in with the eyeshadow because the concealer is tacky and the eyeshadow will stick to the concealer, but me personally, I like to just set my concealer in place. So I am gonna be taking my Maybelline Fit Me loose powder in the medium deep shade, and I'm just going to set my eyelids. I'm just gonna dab that powder into my skin. And as you guys could see, that made a flawless, smooth canvas for my eyeshadow. Alright, so before I go into the eyeshadow, I just want to show you guys the brushes that I'm going to be using. So I'm going to be using probably not 5, I'm going to be using like 4 brushes today. So the first brush is going to be my transition color brush. This is basically a big fluffy brush. This is the type of brush that you would use to apply your first color. So your first color is your transition color. So it is big, it's fluffy, it's tapered, it is pointed at the end. So the next brush that I have is this more tapered brush. It is a bit more dense. It's not as fluffy as the first brush I showed you, and it is pointed. This is basically the brush that I've used for my crease color because it can literally fit in my crease, and that's where I'm going to be blending out that crease color. So this is the second brush that I'm going to be using, and then the last brush is a flat brush. This is what you would use to apply your lid color, or even when you're doing your bottom Alright, so I'm going to be going in with this brush first. This is going to be the brush that I'm going to be using for my transition color. For eyeshadow palettes, I have two eyeshadow palettes that I was thinking to use today. So that is the Nude Rich palette by Huda Beauty. This palette only has 9 shades in it. And then there's the Fenty Snap Shadow. Honestly, I feel like this would be the perfect beginner eyeshadow palette to use. These, compared to like my Morphe palette, honestly, this is a good beginner palette. But as a beginner, you're gonna look at this palette and you're gonna be like, where do I start? Like, which shade goes with what? What am I gonna use? Like this, I would not start off with if you are a beginner. I would definitely tell you guys to go out and get a palette that has at least 6 shades in it. So you can create a few different looks using just these 6 shades. So it honestly makes it easier, and as you grow and get familiar with what colors go with what, you can obviously upgrade to a Morphe palette. So yeah, this is the palette I'm going to be using today. All right, so for transition color is always a shade that is close to your complexion. As a dark skin or woman of color, we tend to go for oranges or browns. I could either go in with this shade here or the orange shade. Me personally, I like to go in with orange shades as transition colors. That's just a personal preference of mine. So yeah, that's the shade I'm going to be using as my transition color. And what you want to do is tap into that color and dust off the excess. You never want to dip and apply, because some eyeshadows are very pigmented, and once you go in, there's no coming back. So you always want to start with less. Less is always more. You could always build the intensity of that color. So like I said, you want to dip in and dust off the excess. So what you want to do is find your crease, so where the fold is, and you want to apply your transition color right above your crease. So in this open space right here. So I like to start by applying it at the end and doing windshield wiper motions to blend it in. So as you can see, that is pretty much what I did so far. And then I like to use circular motions to diffuse it. So like I said, less is more. I do want to enhance the intensity of this color, so I'm going to dip back into my palette, dust off the excess, and literally do the same thing again. And as you guys could see, that really did add some more color to my look. And you could be very messy with your transition color. It doesn't need to be specifically in place. I do know some people that even put it like all over their lid and everything, but you do not need to be precise with where you put your transition color. It's basically the base color of your look. So that's about it for my transition color. I'm gonna move on to my crease color. So for the crease color, I'm going to be taking the more tapered brush, the brush that can go right into the crease, and it's a bit more dense as well. So this is what I'm going to be using to put right here where the fold is. For your crease color, you always want to go in with a shade that is much darker than your transition color. So in this palette, I basically have 2 options. You don't usually go in with shimmer shades for your crease. So these 2 I automatically cancel out. I'm not going to use that in my crease. This is basically lighter than this, so I'm not going to use this. So my 2 other options in this palette is the dark brown shade or this maroon burgundy shade. So me personally, I love to put browns in my crease, so I'm going to dip into this shade here. And again, dust off the excess. And then I'm just gonna find my crease and start on the outer portion and just do windshield wiper motions. That is the first step, so just placing that color in the crease. And you want to look to see if that is enough intensity. If you need to add more just to get that color payoff, you can add more. So what you want to do now is do circular motions to diffuse that harsh line. So now I'm doing circular motions just to kind of blend those two colors together so that it gives an ombre effect. You don't want any harsh line between the two colors you place down. And as you guys could see, as you keep doing that, it does blend out. So I am gonna go back in with my transition brush and just windshield wiper motion these two colors together. And I didn't put any extra shadow on this brush. I'm basically using what was left on it to blend these two colors together. All right, so now moving on to your lid color. You have a few options for your lid color. Your lid color can be this shade here. So your lid color is always a shade that is light. So it's basically gonna be the main color of your look. More times people use shimmer shades on their eyelids. So I'm going to be choosing between these two. I think I'm gonna go in with this one though. So I'm using my flat brush and I'm going to kind of create my own cut crease. You can cut your crease, but that's for a different video. We're just going to be placing this all over that open space, what we call our lid. And I just like to kind of brush it on the lid. And you could honestly create your own cut crease without cutting your crease. All right, so now that I applied that shimmer shade, I'm gonna go back in with my crease blending brush and just blend everything together. And that is basically it for the top portion of your eyeshadow. Like, it's pretty simple. You guys can achieve it. I'm gonna go ahead and do my liner and apply my lashes off camera. I'm gonna do this eye as well, and then we're gonna go on to the bottom portion of our eyes. So I will be back when I am done everything. All right guys, so lashes are on. Before I do apply any eyeshadow to my bottom lash line, I'm going to just take my pencil and apply this to my waterline. I like to do this before applying any mascara or any eyeshadow. So I'm gonna take the same brush that I used for my lid color and I'm gonna clean it off in my color swatch sponge. So what you wanna do for your bottom eyeshadow is you wanna go in reverse. So I started off with my transition color and then my crease color, but for the bottom portion of my eyes, we're gonna do our crease color first and then our transition color. So my crease color was the brown shade, so I'm gonna apply that first, dust off the excess and just brush this along my bottom lash line. Then I'm gonna dip into the orange and apply that just to diffuse that brown. And let me show you the difference between this eye and this eye. So as you can see, this eye kind of looks complete now that I applied the eyeshadow to the bottom portion. This side looks kind of like it's missing something. So that's kind of why we add eyeshadow to the bottom portion of our eyes. So I'm just gonna do the same thing for this side. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just apply some mascara to finish up the look. All right, and this is optional. You could go in with your highlighter and just place it on the highest arch. So right under your brows where your eyebrow arch is. It's gonna make your eyebrows look lifted. So that's about it. It's pretty simple. This takes no longer than 10 minutes to do. Super beginner friendly. So that's about it, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, if it helped you out, please give this video a big thumbs up. Share it with anybody you know. Leave your comments down below and I'll see you guys in the next tutorial. Bye guys.